Hello there, welcome back. This is Chand from studyeasy.org, and in today's video we will add a entity class into our Eclipse project. For getting started, let us quickly check this particular image which we have already seen in our first video in this section where we have discussed the overview of Hibernate. This particular diagram will show you a one-to-one correspondence between a table by the name of users and a class by the name of users as well. Now this users class is nothing but a entity class if we add couple of annotations to this class. So we will check how to create a entity class in couple of minutes, but this is the overall idea which we're gonna do. We will create a table and we will add a class and we will make it a entity class, and we will also try to understand what exactly is a entity class. Alright, so before minimizing this image, do take a note of the naming conventions which we have followed in this class and the database column names, and these are the recommended naming convention, and this is good to keep the naming conventions handy. Alright, so let me minimize this, and real quick let me also open MySQL Workbench, and we have already added one table by the name of users where we have user ID, username, password, first name and last name column already. Alright, so we already have this table in place, and the name of the schema is project. Alright, so let me minimize this, and finally we will add a new package first in our project, and then we will add the entity class. So in here we would be giving the package name as org.studyeasy.hibernate. Alright, so this looks cool. Let me click on finish. Let me also add yet another level by the name of entity. That would be rather a better idea. Alright, so this looks cool. So let me highlight this project. We will add a new class now. The name of the class would be users. Usually it is recommended to keep the name of the class same as the name of the table which is there. So the name of the table is users. This is my personal preference as well. Let me click on finish, and let me pause this video and add couple of properties now. Alright, so I have added all of these properties in the class. Now friends, the real question, how Hibernate will know that this particular class is based on the database table users? Right, and the answer is pretty simple. We will mark this class as an entity class, and we will also provide the name of the table. And based on the entity information on this class, Hibernate will develop the object to relational model, which is known as ORM as well. So let us quickly add the entity annotation on this class. Alright, so let us autocomplete, and the package which we're gonna use is javax.persistence. Alright, so now we have marked this class as entity, but entity for which particular table, let us also define it, and which is again very simple. We will simply make use of table annotation of javax.persistent package again, and we will also provide the name of the table which is important. So let us provide that as well. And the name of the table was users, I suppose, right? So now we have marked this class as entity, and we have also provided the table. Now friends, as we know that the naming convention of Java and the naming convention of the database differ a little, for that matter of purpose, we will also mark these properties as columns, and we will also provide the column name, which will make things very neat and clean for us, and it would be easy to understand as well. So that is something really important as well. Let us do that. So first of all, this user ID is nothing but the primary key, so we will mark this as ID, and then we will also mark it as column. Let us also give the name of the column, which is user_ID. Alright, so now in place of username, password, first name and last name, we will do the same, but in here there is a small catch. The username property and the column name which is there in the database are identical, and which makes this particular column entity as an optional annotation in here. But it is always better to make things explicit, which will reduce the level of confusion. So in here I will again give the name of the column, which would be username, and let me do couple of bookkeeping thing. That way it would be less confusing. All right, so now we will again give the column name for password, first name and last name. So this looks cool, and now I will use Ctrl Shift and F to format things a little. So this time way around, this is looking good and better. So this is all about today's lecture. I hope I have made myself clear. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.